Hi again, everyone. Gary Digit Williams here on Beltway Boxing News and Notes on Boxing Along the Beltway. And we're live on Spreaker.com, live on iHeartRadio.com. We're also on Stitcher.com. And, of course, you can get us through the Boxing Along Beltway Google app for Android. And we are getting ready to give you some updates. Actually, we don't have a lot of updates this week. This is kind of a rest week for us going into late July and into August, because we'll be very busy, especially in the month of August, and we'll talk about that in the next couple weeks. But we do have one major announcement about what's going on in August, so we're going to give it to you this week as well. And also, we'll have just reminders about some of the events coming up in the next couple weeks as we end up July, and then we're going to have what we do periodically here on the Boxing on Beltway Boxing News and Notes. We're going to go through a ratings watch. Every now and again, we look at the ratings by the four major governing bodies, as well as this month this time we're going to go through some of the U.S. ratings as well, the USBA, NABF, and things of that nature, to see where our Beltway boxers are. So we're going to do that today as well. Beltway Boxing News and Notes brought to you by Real-Time Pain Relief. From boxers to ballerinas, for shoulder pain and muscle strain and everything in between, Boxing Along the Beltway recommends Real-Time Pain Relief, the natural, plant-based, safe, fast, and effective ointment. You go to freepainoffer.com, buy $10 worth of Real-Time Pain Relief. You get a free $10 tube of Real-Time Pain Relief. Rub it on, the pain is gone in real time. And by DeborahSpears.com. You have great jewelry that you can buy. Your first purchase there is 20% off. And also, shipping is free, by the way. And also, she has some new information for you all. Expert secrets on weight loss without dieting. You can eat real food along the way. And you can get all that at Deborah, Debra Spears.com. Well, the big news this week, as far as boxing in the Beltway area, is that there'll be a brand new location for boxing, and they're going to make a pretty auspicious debut coming up. We're talking about Saturday, August the 18th. Once again, that's Saturday, August the 18th. And this will be the first card that'll take place at Maryland Live Casino in Hanover, Maryland. That's the casino located at Arundel Mills Shopping Center in Hanover, Maryland. 7002 Arundel Mills Circle, and this is the building number is 7777, and that's in Hanover, Maryland. It'll be the first time that Maryland Live will host professional boxing in its history. Now, Maryland Live Casino opened up in June of 2012, and quite frankly, a number of promoters in the area wanted to use Maryland Casino. Of course, the Horseshoe Casino in Baltimore has had boxing, had an amateur show outdoors at Maryland Live Casino, and then a few months later, about a month later or so, they had a pro show. I believe it was 2014, and they did it. They haven't done it since, though. And then, of course, the major events that have taken place over the MGM National Harbor Casino in Oxon Hill, Maryland, I think led Maryland Live to finally turn it over and have a professional boxing card at the Maryland Live Casino. And once again, the Saturday, August 18th is a nationally televised card promoted by Jetta Promotion. I want to talk about that a little bit in just a second. Before we get to that, let me tell you who's on the card. No opponents yet, but main event scheduled to be Dusty Hernandez Harrison. And he is out of Washington, D.C., of course, and he'll compete for the first time since winning the USBA welterweight title back in September 2016. He won a 10-round unanimous decision over Thomas LaManna. And Harrison is undefeated, as we said, 30-0-1. 30 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 16 KOs, and he recently became a free agent after being promoted by Rock Nation. He's out of that Rock Nation contract. He's now a free agent. This will be his first bout coming back. It's scheduled to be a 10-round bout, so we'll see what happens. Also scheduled to be in a 10-round bout is Laurel, Maryland super middleweight the best at it, Nicholson. He is 18-3-1 with 17 KOs. He'll look to bounce back from his 7th-round TKO loss to Jesse Hart. That was on April 28th in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So those are two of the big bouts scheduled to be on this card as well. Number of guys that fought on the card June 16th at the Gardens Ice House in Laurel, Maryland. That includes Sam Crossett, the Vanilla Gorilla out of Greenbelt, Maryland, who is 7-0 now with, I believe, 5 KOs. And he right now has the clubhouse leader for knockout of the year. That knockout he had at Laurel at the Gardens Heights house was just spectacular. He's scheduled to be in the 6th-round bout. The Cisco kid, Francisco Bustos, scheduled to be on the next card. He's 7-0 as well. Devontae Speed Rawls out of Palmer Park, Maryland, 10-1-1. He is in a 6th-round bout. Rashad Cold Blue Kilpatrick scheduled to be in this card. He's 2-0. 4-round bout. Also, Dante the Red Comet Cox out of Laurel, Maryland. He's scheduled to be in this card. Aaron Anderson out of Baltimore. He returns. He'll be in a 4-round bout. And we also have the debut of Ibrima Jawara out of Laurel, Maryland. He is a young man who has been a number of years in the Washington and Regional Golden Gloves. And he will make his pro debut on this card. It's going to be in this card. Now, the card is going to be televised by the CBS Sports Network, and that's a major achievement for Jeter Promotions. And again, you got to admire what Tony Jeter has done, not only in his boxing career, but also in his promotional career. He has always done things his way, and he is to be made just given so much credit for that. As a boxer, he never had a major promoter. At one time, I know J.D. Brown managed him for a little bit, but he did a lot of his stuff himself. He got to his number 15 ranking in the ranking. We'll talk about the rankings in a little bit, but he got to that level basically on his own, getting bouts himself, promoting his own shows, and really has been very successful overall in doing that. And he's had great championship bouts in his promotional career, including, I never forget, in fact, I was just listening to the post-fight for this, as you can do for all the shows here on the Boxing on Beltway app, and Boxing on Beltway on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio.com, and Stitcher.com. We have so much archive content, and I was just today, as a matter of fact, listening to the build-up to the card that he had at his wife's former gym, Club One Fitness, that featured in Millersville, Maryland. They now have a gym, Odenton Fitness, in Odenton, Maryland. But it was about between Phil Jackson Benson and Maxell Taylor for the WBC Fecker Box Super Middleweight Championship. And I remember that bout so well. Just a great bout in June of 2013, and it was a tremendous bout. And Jackson fought an outstanding contest and won that bout. And again, just great bouts that Tony Jeter and his crew have put together at different locations around the Beltway area. And again, this is a hallmark because again, it's on national television on the CBS Sports Network, and it really is a watershed moment for Tony Jeter and his group, and he is to be commended for that. He has done an outstanding job for that. So congratulations with Tony Jeter. And once again, that date, Saturday, August 18th at the Maryland Live Casino in Hanover, Maryland. Of course, that's part of a big August that we have. We have a number of cards. August 4th, we're scheduled to be at the Dulles Sportsplex in Sterling, Virginia for the Ponytail Promotions card. I believe we have a couple other cards in the month of August coming up. Some big events, some big bouts for other boxers around the area who will be boxing around the country. Kevin Rivers Jr., there's a card bout in California. And also the debuting Jonathan Burrs out of Hagerstown, Maryland, will be in August as well. So just so much going on in the month of August. We'll talk more about that in a couple of weeks, though. Now, of course, coming up this coming week, you're going to the next week, the week of the July 20th and 21st. We talked about this last week. Lamont Roach Jr. facing Davey Julio Bessa, for the vacant WBO International Super Featherweight title. That'll be in Cancun, Mexico on Friday, July 20th. And the bout will be televised live on ESPN. That'll start at 7 p.m. Eastern time for that card from Cancun, Mexico. Lamont Roach Jr. Second try at the International Super Featherweight Championship. The last time he fought for that title, went to a draw with Orlando Cruz. Also on Saturday, July 21st, Devar Jingawar Farhadi out of Frederick, Maryland. 6-round contest against George Shepard, Newport News, Virginia. That'll be at the Caswell Civic Center in Yanceyville, North Carolina. First time back for Farhadi, who's 7-0, 6 KOs since August of 2016. George Shepard is 1-3-1 in his career. Also on July 21st at the FedEx Forum in Memphis, Tennessee, former WBO super lightweight champion DeMarcus Chop Chop Corley takes on former WBA title holder Vicious Vivian Harris. That'll be at the FedEx Forum, as we said. 12-round bout for the American Boxing Federation Continental America's super lightweight title. Don't know exactly what that is, but that's what that bout is scheduled for. And also on Saturday, July 28th, as we talked about last week, Nick Kisner out of Baltimore takes on Scott Sigmund. Slick Nick Kisner versus Scott Cujo Sigmund. And that'll be a 10-round cruiserweight contest at the Hollywood Casino in Columbus, Ohio. So those are the bouts that are coming up in the month of July. Now, let's take a look at our ratings watch. And again, as I say every time I do these ratings, I don't know how much stock you put in the ratings around the area, around the country, around the world. But it's something that that you can check on. Before we continue, though, got one note as well. My partner Juan Marshall interviewed Lamont Roach Jr. You can find that out on YouTube or on the ProAmFightTalk.blogspot.com as he gets ready for this bout on July 20th. So make sure you watch that video with Juan Marshall interviewing Lamont Roach Jr. Now, back to the ratings. Again, I don't know how much you make of this, and sometimes ratings can be kind of shaky, but I think it is a gauge on where we are as a Beltway region, where our boxers are. So, unfortunately, this time around, a number of our Beltway boxers aren't in the world rankings. A lot of them in the United States rankings. So, as we go through it, you'll notice that. Now, let's take a look first of all, the IBF, of course. Swift Jared Hurd is the IBF junior middleweight champion, and the only boxer in the junior bantamweight in the rankings for the IBF, should say, is junior bantamweight Alexandru Spartan Marine out of Maryland by way of Romania. He's ranked number 10 in the world by the IBF at junior bantamweight. That's also known as super flyweight. So congratulations to Alexandru Spartan Marine there. WBA, really the only people in the rankings, of course, the two champions we have, Jared Hurd, the WBA super welterweight champion as well, and also super featherweight champion Javante Tank Davis are in there. WBC, the featherweight champion, of course, is Gary Russell Jr., and one boxer in the middleweight division is ranked in the top 15, and that's Emmanuel, the chosen one, Alim, and he is ranked number 12 in the world by the WBC. But again, the majority of our boxers are in the United States rankings. A lot of these rankings are as of either June or May. So they're a little bit late. They're still working on July's rankings. So hopefully you can get that squared away. In the USBA, Scott Sigmund's actually ranked number 15 in light heavyweight by the United States Boxing Association. And also in the super middleweight division, we have 3 local boxers in the super middleweight rankings in the USBA. Demetrius Ballard, ranked number 6 in the country. Jesse the Beast Nicklo is ranked number 11. That's interesting considering, he hasn't fought a whole lot, but the last few bouts he's fought, he has won, albeit not the elite competition that he's fought over his career, but he has fought enough to be ranked in the top 15 by the USBA. He's ranked at number 11. And DeMond Nicholson, once again, will be on that Maryland Live Casino card, is ranked number 15 by the USBA at super middleweight. Now at middleweight is Alantez Fox at number 10. So he is still there. He's recovering from an injury, so he's back hopefully very soon. Another person who has just gotten injured, of course, he got injured in that last bout at the Gardens Ice House in Laurel, and that's Jerome Quigley. He's ranked number 3 in the country by the USBA at welterweight, and I don't think he's going to be a welterweight too much longer, but we'll see what happens there. And another welterweight in the USBA rankings is David Day Grayton, who's ranked number 13 by the USBA. At junior welterweight, Michael Yes Indeed Reed, ranked number 11 by the USBA, and Lamont Roach Jr. is ranked number 14th at junior lightweight by the USBA. So that's the USBA rankings. Of course, that's connected to the IBF. Now, the NABA championships, and that rankings, I should say, and that is as of May and June. So I guess they do it every 2 months. I'm not exactly sure. Now, we have a couple of U.S. champions. Now, not necessarily NABA champions. In fact, I think in both situations, the NABA title holder, that title is vacant, but we do have 2 U.S. champions. Nick Kisner is the NABA U.S. champion at cruiserweight, and Malik Hawkins is the U.S. champion at welterweight. So congratulations both of them. Now in the light heavyweight division, we have three boxers ranked in the top 15. Number 3 ranked is Thomas Williams Jr. by the NABA. Travis Reeves ranked number 5 by the NABA, and that may change a little bit since he lost his last bout. In fact, Williams did as well, so I'm not exactly sure if those rankings will hold. But as of right now, Thomas Williams Jr. ranked 3rd by the NABA, and Travis Reeves ranked 5th. And at number 15 is Alexander the Great Johnson, who had not fought in, I'd say a little bit over a year now. He has not fought in a while, so I'm not exactly sure where that's going to be at this point. But those are the 3 ranked at light heavyweight in the NABA. At super middleweight, Lantez Fox. Now, he's ranked middleweight by the USBA, but in super middleweight, of course, his last bout was a super middleweight when he took on Demetrius Andrade, his last bout. He's ranked number 9 in the country by the NABA. As you said, Malik Hawkins is the U.S. champion welterweight, and Jerome Quigley is ranked number 15 at welterweight. At super lightweight, we have 3 local boxers ranked by the NABA. And number 8, Mike Reed. Number 11 is Michael the Professor Fox. He's ranked number 11 by the NABA. And Emmanuel Transformer Taylor is ranked number 14th by the NABA. And then finally, in the NABF, that's connected to the WBC. NABA, of course, connected to the WBA. NABF, Demetrius Bowers is ranked number 10 at super middleweight. Manuel Alim ranked number 7 at middleweight. Lamont Rose Jr. ranked number 11 at super featherweight. And Alexander Marine ranked number 10 in the country at super flyweight by the NABF. So those are the rankings as we see right now. It gives you a little bit of an idea on where we are as a Beltway boxing community, and hopefully those rankings will move up and they'll get bigger and better bouts as they go along. So just short podcast this week as we once again will talk more about what's going on next week. Again, big bouts, especially Lamont Rose Jr. Don't forget to watch Juan Marshall's interview with that on his blog and on YouTube. And of course, the bouts all next week. Some big bouts coming up. We'll give you all the details and give you all the updates right here. Not only here, but also on boxonthebeltway.blogspot.com. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Digital25. Have any questions, you can email me at beltwayboxing@hotmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe to this podcast on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio.com, or Stitcher.com. Beltway Boxing News and Notes, once again brought to you by Real-Time Pain Relief. Get a $10 tube of Real-Time Pain Relief for free by going to freepainoffer.com and buying $10 worth of Real-Time Pain Relief. Rub it on, the pain is gone in real time. And don't forget, you can go to DeborahSpears.com and get weight loss and tips without dieting. Eat real food along the way at Deborah, Debra Spears.com. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I'm Gary Digital Williams, and always remember to keep supporting the best boxing in the world, the boxing along the Beltway. Thanks for listening. Take care.